Snyder's Landing. And we got this tree right here. Horseshoe Bend campsite. Almost milepost 80. Up here to Taylor's Landing, milepost 81. Looking left, looking right. Taylor's Landing. Moving on. Next landmark should be about Dam 4. 84.5. Parking lots along the towpath are busy. They're all full. Busy, busy. There's a picnic area up here, down these stairs on the left. Surprisingly, nobody's using them. I'm always checking my surface to see what is ahead. Not bad at all. It's all firm, packed down. There's a concrete wear over this one, mudded over. Definitely smell the river. It's like a fishy, fishworm, froggy smell. Whatever you call that. So the next landmark up here will be that raised concrete area, 86.5 to 88, almost. Connellsville, Man's Mill, however you want to pronounce it. Block 43. Well, I tell you, this towpath's pretty bumpy. Not through here, but back there. Finally smoothed out some. About 93 marker. Nearly. This is the towpath. Just no vehicles allowed. Look both ways. About 95 mile marker. That's the access there. going to move on. Hancock, 12 miles. Water faucet right here if you want to fill up. Charged up for about an hour. Now time to go. One mile that way is the parking lot for the Big Springs Rail Trail, for the Western Maryland Rail Trail. And this way, about 11.5 miles, is Hancock. Still light enough out to see everything. Lights are on. Plenty of visibility. Hi, how are you? Hello to you. It's August 11th. It's a Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Heading west out of Hancock. About 2-3 miles out of Hancock now. And Paw be next, and then Cumberland. Have a good day. So that's the path down to the towpath. This is about 136.2. Okay, head back. It's wet here. Footing. Active road. Look left and right. That's Bill's place down there. We'll see it again in a second. His hours are normally Thursday to Sunday. It's Monday, and he takes cash only. He has an ATM machine. If you need cash. Watch traffic. They don't stop from that direction, nor do they stop from right here. The towpath continues over there on the left, east. This goes west. Further down to the left was the boat ramp. It's a nice area. Okay, from here for the next 15 or 16 miles, it gets a little rough. Just have to watch the potholes, really. That's the biggest thing. And a few rocks, a couple roots. About another 15 miles, 14 miles to the Pawpaw Tunnel. You'll see that railroad track 2 more times. That was 143.5. We'll see it again at 147 and 151. Devil's Alley hiker-biker campsite, 144.5. About mile 149, Big Pile Hill. Sorrel Ridge campsite, hiker-biker campsite, 154.2. I haven't checked if the pumps work in any of these campsites. Usually they do. Sometimes run into low water though. During a period like now, there hadn't been rain for a while. But they might have water. That way down to the parking lot and to the drive-in campsite. To the left up here is down to Paw Paw. Straight ahead, 28 miles, is Cumberland. Bike path here on the right. My goal is to go down and see if I can get access to the town park and see if the electric is on and recharge for about an hour and then continue on. Dollar General across there. Alright, back on the towpath from Paw Paw. Took the bike trail back up. So I'm here, 28 miles to Cumberland. First lane is where I was going to camp, but I decided to push on through. If the surface is all like this, that'd be wonderful. That goes out to Sulphur Spring Road and then out to Maryland 51 back there. Two and a half miles left. Okay, leaving mile 32, destination Connellsville, about 89. Almost 60 miles today. Yeah, it's that darn saddle. It's creak, creak, creak. Up ahead is the Salisbury Aqueduct Bridge. Garrett to the right. We like underpasses and tunnels. Looks like the visitor center is closed today. I'm at Markleton now, area. Bill's car transport service was shuttling today. And when I made my Amtrak arrangement at Connellsville, I actually forgot about this part between Rockwood and Markleton. This is past the mile 51 Markleton area. I have a better view of the river. Up ahead's the Pinkerton Tunnel. On the left is a 1.5 mile bypass if you wanted to. That's a good trail to go on. Or just go through the tunnel. I'm just going through today. And that's where the bypass comes out after a 1.5 miles. Looks like some heavy rain's coming in, so I'm gonna have to stop and put my poncho on. put a couple things away. Wow, look at this view. This is the new bridge they finished last year. When the trail was closed, that's what they were working on here. A couple bridges. This is one of them. Very nice. Look. Hey. Just arrived at Confluence. Went through rain for the past 10 miles. I don't need anything, so I'm going to press on through. But here's what it looks like. Ohio Pile 10, 28 to Connellsville. I'm still on about half a battery on the bike. Goodness for shelters. I've been riding for the past probably 15 miles in the rain. I've had a poncho on. Well, the rain's over finally. So I've got the poncho back off, rolled up, put away in one of the outer mesh pockets. So about 7 more miles to the Ohio Pile area, visitor center. Just past the 69 marker. Ice cream. Train station, information and meeting center. Okay, I'm already taking the battery out. Wipe it down. Hello? 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 The Tom Fawcett Trail. That's the Kentuck campground. So the Kentuck campground is up the steep incline that we have heard about up there. But what they call the high bridge biking tent sites are here. There's 5 of them. And the sites are down here. There's one. Site R2. They're all next to each other. R3. Right there. And sites 4 and 5 are right next to each other. They're all pretty much right on top of each other though, if they were full. Okay, so that's the sites. It's a slight downhill like it was out of Myersdale going towards Pittsburgh, going west. Old blowdowns there too. Dangerous intersection. Oh, easy, easy. Oh, oh, oh. Oh. Watch that one. Hello. So up here on the left is the connection to the Sheepskin Trail, 87. Goes back there to Dunbar. '88, getting very close now. Looks like they have utilities underneath here or something. Going a little bit too fast for patches. Slow down. We're going about 11, 12. Welcome to Connellsville. Sign. Goes left right here. Straight ahead. Road ahead. What do we have? Nothing's coming. Watch your crossings. Okay, so walk straight ahead. Pretty flowers. Doing comfort suites or comfort in tonight. I'm going to do a cheap camp out. Comfort in. Some traffic, no traffic, no crossings. Looks like you go this way. The Yuff Park. Yuck Park. Yuff Park. Yuccoganny River or something. Some kind of event going on. Should be just up here. Okay, let's go up and cut across. Bike tool station. Not sure if that works or not. Or the Adirondack filters. And then further down, I should be more of this. Well, heading to the Amtrak now. I'll see how that goes. Turn left on Crawford.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto South Arch Street. At the light, turn right onto South Arch Street, then turn right onto Fairview Avenue.
So basically I'm on Water Street. I'm trusting what this says is right.
Turn right onto Fairview Avenue, then Fairview Avenue turns right and becomes Water Street.
Could have taken that lane back there. Okay.
In a quarter mile, turn left.
And that's it up there.
For coach passengers, lunch will be $25. Thank you. Stop will be Cumberland. Cumberland, Maryland will be our next station stop. If Cumberland is your stop, please take this time to look around your seat and in the overhead luggage compartment for any personal belongings.
Arrived in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Carried my stuff on and off the train, all one trip. They're pulling the bike car up. Okay, took the elevator up to the second level. Nice condition here. Just got off the train. Going across to the station now. Alright, so this is downtown Martinsburg. This is Apollo Theater. And I'm just heading home now, about 5 miles. This is my Priority Current e-bike, 2024 model. It's before they had the option to add a throttle. It's pedal assist, has 5 assist levels plus a walk mode. 27.5-inch tires. It came without any racks, no frame bag. It came with a stock saddle and a stock handlebar. I changed out the saddle and the handlebar. So I added the front rack. That's an Old Man Mountain divide rack, and it connects to the through axle. It's a special through axle I bought from also Old Man Mountain through the Robert Axle Project company. I understand it holds up to about 55 pounds. I think it's advertised 70, but I wouldn't put that much on a front fork. The bike handles well. The range varies. If I want to just use a higher assist level, I can get about 25 to 30 miles out of it in Assist 3 on relatively flat towpath surface. But in Assist 1, I've got about 50 miles. Assist 2, roughly 45 miles. Just depends on how many hills there are. Now, Assist 4 and 5, I've usually reserved that for hillier terrain and only use that on hills. But I added the B67 saddle. You see it has the springs. This last trip, I found out it was squeaking pretty bad, so after the trip I realized what it was and I oiled it up. The metal contacts were squeaking, rubbing. So I took care of that by oiling it, lubing it up. It has the belt drive, has a Gates carbon belt, has a 500 watt motor, and it's plenty powerful. It's got about 140 advertised Newton meter force, 27.5-inch wheels, 36 spokes. I added connectors so that I can use a bob trailer, or if I want to switch it to a kid trailer, I can do that as well. I modified a little bit, putting this rack on. This is the Tubus Cargo Evo rack, and it'll hold about 50 pounds, but I only put about 30 or so on there. I tried to modify so I can put some different things on there. For instance, I can put a flagpole. Right here I made that. And I also made another flagpole holder at an angle. I made this extension so that I can add a light a little bit further back from the wheel. Just notice where that is. Now if I had left it where I could put the light on the rack, it would be into the wheel pretty much. So I wanted to get it back further. So that's why I made this PVC holder. I also had to raise the handlebar and get it back a little bit further, closer to me, so I can get a more upright position. So this is the Jones 2.5-inch rise H-bar, and it is marvelous. It does exactly what it was advertised to do, so it raised it up and got it back. Before that, it was very difficult to ride. The seat itself comes with an offset already. I think it's about 20 millimeters setback. But what else can I say about it? It's got a 500 watt battery, and I bought 2 extra batteries. This last trip, I carried 1 spare battery, but I'm going to definitely carry 2 spare batteries so that I don't have to worry about where I'm going to charge because of riding on the towpath or just in between towns, you know, where I will be. But I had plenty of power with the original plus a spare, but I did have to stop and charge once just to make sure I had enough. On the handlebar, I added a couple of optional things. Mirrors, which I would say is not really optional. You definitely want a mirror. I added 2 mirrors. Some people wear it on their helmet or on their glasses, but I like it here. I have a pretty good vision of it, and it doesn't really wobble too much. I also like this cup holder I added. It's from Amazon, and it holds this Yeti 24-ounce insulated tumbler, which is an excellent add-on. I haven't really added anything else to the bike other than what you see here, but I use 4 panniers normally, and then I put a chair and my spare batteries on the back. On the front, I've been putting a soft cooler using some straps that I got, and they work just perfect. So overall, I would say this is an excellent bike if you're going to be looking for a bicycle. The only problem is you don't want to run out of power, or else it's going to be very difficult to pedal. Even without gear on it, it's a higher gear range, and I think it's the motor resistance or something in there that causes extra resistance, making it more difficult to pedal. Now, my solution is going to be adding a roll-off hub so I can have 526% gear range. So that'll drop me down to about a 16, well up to about 100 gear inch range. Right now, it only goes down to about 33 about 34 gear inches, let's say. And even that's not real low if you want to use it without power. But it's a little bit difficult trying to pedal it without power. So don't run out of power. So what else can I say about it? I do like the frame bag. All my bikes, I would love to have a frame bag on, but this is the only one I have so far. And it's a zipper on both sides. Just don't realize how much extra use a frame bag has until you have it. That's it. Oh, I forgot to mention, the rear hub is an Enviolo hub. Priority offers a 5-speed Shimano hub, but it's a little bit even higher in the lowest gear range. I think around 38 gear inches. This Enviolo hub, it only has a 380% gear range, so it only goes down to about 34 gear inches. Not low enough to really pedal without power. But as I mentioned, my solution is going to be building a rear wheel with a roll-off hub to expand it to a 526% gear range. See if that'll work. I'm sure it will. I've read up on it, and I believe that'll be my solution. It'll be an expensive solution, around a couple $1,000s for the wheel, but roll-off hubs, they last quite a while. And I read the Enviola hub they have on here. It's a heavy-duty version, and it'll be pretty much bomb-proof as well. It just doesn't have low enough gear inches for me, because my hope was to pedal this without power at times. You're looking for a priority bike, e-bike, I would recommend the one they have now. It's a plus version. They added a throttle to theirs, and also they added a little bit larger battery to about 710 or 720 watts. This battery is a 500 watt. The bike itself, I understand, weighs stock at about 55 pounds with the Enviolo hub. With what's added here, it's about 65 pounds. My gear, my camping gear, and all that I put on here, my 4 panniers, my chair, extra spare batteries, little cooler on the front, all that weighs anywhere from about 45 to about 60 pounds, plus the 7 pounds per each spare battery. add my weight to this, along with the gear weight, extra batteries, the bike weight, it's pushing around 425 pounds. So that's a lot of weight on the wheels. So I tried to minimize what weight I put on the rear rack. So I try to keep it around 25 pounds in my panniers when I want to put a 2 spare batteries on there. So that's about 200 pounds per wheel, way it's divided up. And I've been breaking spokes recently on the rear hub. I hadn't broke a spoke at all for like a year, but I wrecked and I wiped out, and I think that's what caused my rear spokes to start breaking in the back. I think it stressed, by the time I realized I broke spokes, I think it stressed more spokes, and I've actually replaced 8 spokes so far. But I haven't had to replace any more spokes for quite a while. So I'm hoping that I've got all that worked out. And replacing the spokes is really easy, especially with this Enviola hub. The hub itself, the spoke holes are out further where I can just, slide them right in and work them in between the spokes that are there and replace it. I don't even have to take the wheel off. The nipples on the rim stay in place. And I did have to modify an SW2, the red spoke wrench. This one is in between the 2 and 3 size. The spoke nipples are, at least on this particular bike. So whether they sourced out different size spoke nipples, I'm not sure, but I had to modify and grind out the spoke wrench for the rear wheel. I've never had to replace any in the front, and I never really tried to verify what size the spoke wrench it takes. But overall, I am definitely satisfied with this bike. I do wish at times it had the throttle, but to add it, it would be nearly impossible because you'd have to change the controller. And I understand it's the same motor, but everything else would be slightly different because the way the firmware would have to be reprogrammed, and Priority just doesn't sell the throttle with the controller and everything separate. So if I really wanted to throttle that bad, I'd have to sell this bike and buy another bike. They sell the current Plus for the same price I bought this one. So if you're into a bike and you need a bike, I would definitely go with this current model. The current Plus has the throttle, a little bit larger battery. So I'm definitely sold on it, and Priority is a good company. I've had excellent customer service, and everybody's been very responsive. So thank you, Priority Bicycles, all that you've done for me. And when I'm not riding this bike, I'm riding my Surly Disc Trucker, and I'm also riding another Priority bike, the 600 ADX. It's the 12-speed gear, pinion gearbox with the Gates carbon drive belt. Pretty much like this, but just no motor. Very nice bike. Both of them are.